my name is Devin Marty. I'm with the Greater Cleveland RTA's marketing department, and in November we highlight our veterans, and today we are highlighting
Gerald Mason.
Gerald, what is your branch of service, your rank, and how long did you serve?
Branch of service was the Army National Guard. I served for 26 years. And when you think about it, 26 years, that's a long time, but it kind of flew by.
And what was your rank when you left?
My rank was a First Sergeant, Army First Sergeant. So that's an E8 for those who don't understand the rank structure and whatnot, but yeah.
Awesome. And what is your current position today with the RTA?
Yeah, my current position here is the Facility Maintenance Manager. And I've been here for 29 years. Yeah, here at Paratransit, it's awesome. I love it. People are great.
They are. It's a good group of people.
It is.
Simple question. Why did you join the military?
Yeah, you know, most people will say there's a pretty standard answer to that question. They'll say, you know, and it's true for me too. Community, my family, and to serve my country. But I've always had this pulling towards service of some sort. I kind of, as a child, always imagined myself being in the military. Yeah. That's what I wanted to do. And I knew it would provide me opportunities to go out and just meet the world, right? Mm-hmm. To have access to the world, to have access to parts of this country, and, you know, to experience all that stuff. So I wanted to.
Speaking of those experiences, what are some of your fondest memories of the time you served?
I got to tell you, the one memory that really sticks out in my mind is my graduation from basic training and advanced individual training, which is AIT. Back when I joined, they called it total control. And they did. The drill sergeants had total control over you. I mean, you couldn't do anything without going through them, right? And then as a civilian coming into this environment, it's different. And I felt proud, you know, to get through all that.
Absolutely. Kind of off of that, what do you think are some of the lessons that you learned while you were serving?
Yeah. Learned a lot being in the military. The first things you got to learn is about yourself, what your strengths, what your weaknesses are. And then once you get past that, when you go into like leadership, and then you learn how to recognize strengths and weaknesses to help others overcome, and communication, which I think is one of the biggest things that I really learned to hone as a skill, is the interpersonal communication, and just meeting people where they are. That's huge because it translates into many other things, all your relationships and whatnot. Right,
and that kind of goes into the next question, which is those life lessons that you learned while serving. How do you use them in your civilian life? And kind of talking about that, coming back to civilian life and those differences.
Yeah, and for me as a citizen soldier, being in the Army National Guard, I mean, I had an opportunity to do that. Right. And as opposed to regular Army where you just live that life. But I have deployed 3 times, so I had, for at least 3 of those years, I've led the military life. You know, being a senior leader, you also learn how to, you know, help other leaders rise from the ranks. And I think that is one of the biggest things towards the end of my career that I learned, is to help others rise as I did.
And our next question is, when you're not working, what do you like to do?
Yeah, so obviously I joined the Army, and Army is land. So I like being outdoors. I do a lot of outdoor stuff: hunting, fishing, camping, anything outdoors. I like to spend a lot of time out there. I do some volunteer work. I am an active member of my VFW, and we do a lot of volunteer work where we go into the community where I'm at, and we help those who need it. You know, and I like to be active because, and that's why I chose public service. Is same thing here, why I'm here at RTA, because we're all public servants, right? And continuing to serve.
What is one thing your coworkers may not know about you, especially new people to the RTA like myself?
I think a lot of people here at the RTA probably don't know this, but until I was a late teenage, I wanted to be an astronaut. And I was on that track to kind of do that. I was wanting to become an engineering student. I actually did become an engineering student, got accepted to the School of Engineering at Cleveland State. But I had to change majors for a whole bunch of different reasons. But I wanted to be an astronaut. I wanted to be up in the stars.
Yeah.
I really did.
That's still public service.
Exactly. Yes. I can still do it. Maybe I can be an alternate.
Yeah, exactly. What else would you like to share with us about your service?
I would say it's one of the things in my life that I'm very happy that I had an opportunity to do it, right? Because I've run across a lot of people in my life that said, hey, I really wanted to serve, but this happened and I could do this or whatever it was. And, the more I hear that, the more I reflect on the fact that I had an opportunity to serve this country in that way.
Any advice for those maybe considering service?
Yeah, I would say that pick the right branch based on what it is that you want to do. Go after your passion and don't settle for what people tell you you may not be able to do. I would say just go for it. Follow your passion. Hello, this is First Sergeant Gerald Mason, retired. Served in the Army National Guard for 26 years as the First Sergeant. Signing off.